The next song is written by one of the most famous American composers. His name was Stephen Collins Foster, and this song is called "Oh Susanna." And I found out some interesting things about this song. Back in the day when he wrote this song was premiered at a place called an ice cream saloon. They called them ice cream saloons back there. I just thought that was kind of funny. What we consider a saloon is not necessarily ice cream. But there was a quintet, 5 musicians and singers, and that's where they performed this song the first time. This is "Oh Susanna." Thank you for that. Whoever that was. I want that little guy at all my concerts. The next piece is by a famous Italian composer, Gioacchino Rossini. He wrote, over 40 operas, and an opera is a huge accomplishment for any composer. He wrote over 40 of them in his time. And this piece is from one of his most famous operas called William Tell. And William Tell in lore was a kind of a hero in the country of Switzerland. You've heard about the bow, the air of the bow and the apple on the head, right? William Tell. But this piece of music is very familiar. I think many of you will recognize it. It's from the opera William Tell. Thank you all. You've been a really good audience. We really appreciate that. Our last piece of music today is by one of the most famous composers that ever lived. His name was Ludwig van Beethoven, a famous German composer. He wrote only 9 symphonies. I've read a lot of books about Mozart and Beethoven, and their lives are just so interesting. And every time I look to another source, I learn something new about these incredible composers. Of course, Beethoven was completely deaf when he wrote his 5th symphony, and you all know the entry to that. Da, 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 right? We know that one. He was almost completely deaf when he wrote that. And some of the most beautiful music ever written came after that, when he was completely deaf. The 6th, 7th, 8th, and this is considered by many one of the best pieces of music ever written by any human being. This was taken from a poem written in the late 1700s, and I believe you'll all recognize it from his 9th symphony called Ode to Joy.